Man, my data just ran out.
Here, you can use my phone.
Thank you. Come on, man. My data finished again.
Relax, honey. You can always use mine.
Wait, how come you always have so much data?
I told you I switched to Telem mobile postpaid plans. Those plans come with plenty of data, so I will never run out of data again.
Okay, well, why don't you come over here and show me more about these plans? Because I'm about to switch to Telem data now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Like and share the video. Here we are, the dynamic duo, Bibi Hodshaw and Rudik Late Night. We have some updates for you folks, and so we are going to give those updates to you first from GEBE. The good news is, based on the Central Committee meeting of Parliament yesterday, GEBE ordered a generator of 10 megawatt. This would take about 6 weeks to get here, and then a 3-week period of installation. So we are looking at that 3-month period before immediate some relief with the load shedding takes place. It's not going to happen overnight. According to what the Prime Minister told the Parliament of St. Martin yesterday, is that, listen, as soon as the down payment is made, then shipment can start taking place with the containerized generators. So the power barge is out of the window. GEB have said it last week. They cannot afford it. It's not feasible for the company. And then, of course, you can hear yesterday with Member of Parliament, one Member of Parliament having confidential documents, the money that GEB having in liquidity support, as if all of this is new. Yes, the Prime Minister gave some figures yesterday that is not in line with what GEB told members of the media last week, but that's another story, another debate for another day. Another news that came out yesterday is that the Court of First Instance yesterday granted NVGEBE the right to dismiss their internal auditor, Shireen Daniel, who have been on paid leave for since September 2022. So imagine, she's getting her salary, she had a vehicle, she had all her benefits from September 2022 to be at home, as GEB said they were conducting an investigation into the hack. But it turned out that Ms. Danielle filed, I think, 11 court cases against GEBE, and she won 10 of them. That in itself shows you that there is a lot of animosity and a lot of problem with the employee and the employer. Something doesn't go the employee way, she takes the employer to court. And so what happened yesterday, in a court verdict that we have, and it's been published on NSMN News, is that the court granted GEBE to dismiss Ms. Danielle and to compensate her with the NAF $350,000, guilders, sorry, 350,000 guilders, and this includes cesantia payment. Andrew, what you got to say about that?
Good afternoon. She worked at GB for quite some time.
10 years.
10 years. So obviously, the dismissal, they didn't go about it in the right way.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, but they had merit based on the many things that's been happening at the company. You have to understand that an audit, a person who's head of the audit department, has to be of full integrity, full trust, and you cannot have the head of your audit department leaking documents. You just can't.
It's in the verdict that the employees are saying the company has been compromised because confidential documents have been leaked. They're also saying there's an attitude problem, there's a behavior problem.
And let's not forget also that late at night, you just have documents disappearing on camera. You have these same individuals, and I'm talking about former management members, going in and out of the building with documents, putting it in company vehicles.
Nobody's saying that those were...
Wait, no man. You had a situation whereby, and I remember maybe screaming her head off about it for months, a couple of years ago, which was, bring back the people in car. Renting vehicles for long spaces, sometimes not even working, but while on suspension, had the company vehicle for almost a year, and then ordering or asking for it to be paid for. Oh, and then the straight up lies. I don't know how to say it. She won her court case.
10 court cases.
She won how much?
10.
10 court cases.
Out of 11.
She won 10, because she was terminated but not done correctly. And then when I hear the numbers that she was looking to settle for, it's what I'm scared for. I was scared. I was like 3 million, 2 million, 1 million, 4 million, millions.
Yes.
One worker.
In the beginning of in the court case, because GEBE was offering to pay her out from the very beginning, from the time they sent her home, and they decided they no longer want to work with the employee. They have trust have been broken, and all these kind of things. The very first figure that came out from her, 3 million guilders, and what she's saying, she did her calculations after working for 10 years, and this is what she wants. Well, the court documents of yesterday, though, she placed in there 2.4 million guilders, and the judge denied that. What the judge says, you work for 10 years for 17-point-something thousand guilders per month, plus the 13th month salary, and plus other benefits. And so the judge said, listen, you work for 10 years, GB is not going to get away. We'll double that amount to 20 years. So you're being paid based on your base salary and everything for 20 years. And if you're entitled to cesantia, we round off the amount to 350,000 guilders. So while GEB is in a crisis with the electricity and load shedding and engines breakdown, they today have to find the money to pay off Miss Danielle. And one would say, you know, how did this happen and how it didn't happen? And, you know, a lot of people might want to take side with the employee. But I remember in the very early years that Miss Danielle started working for NVGEB, they rent a hotel room for her.
That too.
Miss Danielle is from St. Martin. She went away to study and came back. They rent a hotel room and a car for her, and she wasn't even staying there. She was staying at other places. I wrote an article about that, and I remember a politician called me asking me to remove the article, and that was also in the verdict of yesterday. Allegations that she's very close to politicians, leaking documents, that when she's even close to politicians, she flaunts it around in GEBE. So these are all the things. And finally, 57 employees signed a letter saying, listen, if she comes back, then we cannot work with her. We are going to shut this company down. So this is what I believe the judge leaned on, because clearly the working relationship is no longer good. Clearly the employees don't want to work with her, and they have to have a reason. This is not only management, this is not just a shareholder, this is not all of these people. This is even the company employees saying, no more. This is it. If not, we shut it down. Guys, that's what we have from that verdict. We also have another case developing. Andrew, you heard about what's going to happen tomorrow? You didn't hear nothing.
The sun gonna come up, hopefully.
I hope we get some rain to cool us down a little bit. Tomorrow, Z-Air. Z-Air is an airline in Curacao.
Yeah, I know what the air is.
Well, Z-Air have decided to take St. Martin Civil Aviation to court.
Oh, yes.
So that case is scheduled for tomorrow. And
So the thing is, I've been trying to find out about this particular story because I have a little bit of interest in aviation, just a little bit.
you want to fly a plane?
No.
Okay.
I like watching it.
Okay.
But I like the laws behind it and so on because it's so strange how, you know, you have countries just claiming air. So I was speaking to a experienced pilot yesterday, and he was trying to explain me what the problem is. So from what we understand, and guys try to follow me, the Winair has been flying to Curacao twice a week for some time now. Curacao is saying, okay, we allowing Winair to come to Curacao, so allow Curacao to also come to St. Martin. It has to be one hand can't clap without the other. We brothers and sisters, so therefore let's just do it. You know, if I allow you to come two times a week to Curacao, then let Curacao also come to St. Martin, and that's where the Z airline is going with it, because it's the official. It's their winner. Curacao is their winner. Apparently, according to the registration of the planes, so we have on our planes we have PJ, right? So we part of that the territory, the Dutch territory. PJ, that's why you have that is registered, and that is registered for Civil Aviation St. Martin. In Curacao, the same Z airline is using another territory. American registration.
Yes, because they're leasing their planes from America.
Yes. So what St. Martin is saying is, hey, register your plane as part of the Dutch Caribbean, and then you could come to St. Martin twice a week, just like when they're coming twice a week to Curacao. Curacao is saying, Iconio, no. Mm-hmm. If I allow you twice, you allow me twice. That's it. We make an agreement. Let's go.
No.
So,
but they don't even have the certification that would allow them to fly here in the event something happens.
That's where I was going to be waiting.
Okay, come. No.
So, the registration of both sides, there is a both head between the Civil Aviation Curacao, Civil Aviation St. Martin. And both of them have a different interpretation of the law, what governs the air. So, Curacao in turn decided to kind of blackmail us and there is a post that I got yesterday which was pretty interesting. It's in Dutch, where Charles Cooper, the Minister of Aviation in Curacao, said underneath a post, and it was hilarious when I saw it, because I said to myself, "How you Curaçaoians are so savage. We're supposed to be one." So I just going to say it in Dutch, and then I'll translate. Wanneer heeft toestemming van mij gekregen om extra vluchten vanuit Sint Maarten uit te voeren tot 13 juli om gestrande passengers naar huis te brengen. Jouw vraag moet zijn: waarom geeft de Sint Maartense autoriteit geen vergunning aan onze lokale maatschappij Z-Air om ook deze route te vliegen? Dus nou weet je waarom alleen 2 weken voor extra vluchten naar Curaçao. Want zo zijn wij niet getrouwd. So it basically means that the real question you have to ask yourself is, why is St. Martin not allowing the local airline to come to St. Martin? And St. Martin is saying, register your damn planes in the Dutch territory, and then we got no issue. So now the only person that can make up the mind, or who can make a decision to this, is not, unfortunately, not the politicians, but the court. Somebody going to lose. Will it leave a bad stain in our mouth? Hell yeah, because publicly, you have a minister in Curaçao saying on social media that St. Martin is being unfair because we allowing Winair to come here until the 13th of July, but up to this day, Z-Air, our local airline from Curaçao, can't come to St. Martin. I hope you get the gist of it.
But what we left out in all of this is that they had Jet Air. Jet Air was coming daily. And what happened? They filed bankruptcy, sold tickets up to the day they filed bankruptcy. So there are lots of people today who bought Jet Air tickets.
And they're telling us that they don't trust us.
So they sold tickets up to the day bankruptcy was filed with the courts in Curacao for Jet Air. So it's not that they didn't have an airline. They had an airline flying to St. Martin on a daily basis. And today, St. Martin is saying, Winair is saying, listen, we need 4 extra flights. We don't need every day, 10-day. We need 4 extra flights. There is a situation going on. Passengers are stranded on both sides of the, in both countries. You have businesses losing money. And give us a permanent something. There is an agreement since 2012 between Curacao and St. Martin.
How am I going to increase your lift if you ain't allowing me to come? So I got allow you to come all the time to my house, but I can't come to your house. Come to me.
But Andrew, they were coming, and what they basically did, the airline that just filed bankruptcy, they rip off a bunch of passengers. Because I asked the Minister of Fiat today, which she couldn't comment a lot because that court case is pending for tomorrow, is that, listen, I don't even know if these people are being reimbursed. We do know that tickets were sold up to the day the bankruptcy was filed. And all of this here that's happening, you have an airline. No problem, you want to fly St. Martin, no problem. But have your certification registered here within us here. You know, don't tell me you're going to go register. And here what? Z-Air went to the FAA for the certification that they want for St. Martin, and they refused it.
No, they didn't refuse. They said they don't issue letters like that.
Okay, so what I mean?
They refuse that, man. Let's just say that they don't do that. They can't give no permission.
Also, nicely they tell him no. I see. Okay. Here I could tell him behind no nicely. You understand? I could tell him no nicely and it's okay. Andrew, these are some of the things that are happening, and we have decided to come up here and tell you guys what's going on. So tomorrow there are going to be some fireworks in Phillipsburg at the courthouse. We've had one yesterday, and even though the sparks were flying in Parliament, it was just next door where the verdict was rendered. So we have GEBE in a situation, but another situation financially to pay out an employee that they've had a number of issues with. I mean, if I have an employee that takes me to court 11 times, for sure bet I don't want that employee one other day at my job.
She got a lot of money though. That's 11 cases.
Because GEB have to pay the court costs all the time. You understand?
All right. Also in Phillipsburg, there's something that is brewing and that's going to end up becoming a problem. And the problem is that on the boardwalk, everybody knows the Phillipsburg boardwalk, at the center square across from the courthouse. Everybody gets so used to parking there, so it used to be taxis, and then now it ends up being like a road. And oftentimes, there are many parents that complain to the police and complain. I even got a complaint in my inbox, whereby they're saying, how is it that even on the boardwalk, I have to look out for vehicles? And let us sink in. Even on the boardwalk, while walking with your kid or kids, you can't turn around, you can't switch because some crazy person who doesn't want to walk to go pick up deliveries anymore just takes a chance and drives on top of the boardwalk.
But they were giving fines for this.
Walk.
They were giving fines for this.
Yes, and then they stopped. So guess what?
They start over.
They start back over. So again, please, when you act like an animal while driving, because I've seen videos, yes, people record it, of drivers cursing people walking on the boardwalk, saying, but get the F out of the way, man, you don't see me driving? I was going, but what the hell is wrong with you? The boardwalk. Let me say that again, walk. How is it that you're going to park on the boardwalk? You know they have children there, and you're going to drive like a madman or a mad woman and curse the people for walking on the boardwalk?
Because we have become a lawless country. That's what it is. You know, the Minister of Romy have taken the oath yesterday. Patrice Gomes, he's now the Minister of Romy. And today he was at a press briefing. Even though he is the Deputy Prime Minister, he wasn't taking questions as the Deputy Prime Minister because the Prime Minister is on island. But unfortunately, he didn't attend the press briefing for whatever reason. I think I was told he was in a meeting.
Busy negotiating for the country.
Country, yes. So the Deputy Prime Minister said no. No questions for Prime Minister's office, but Romy. So I asked him about the trench cleaning and the district cleaning because the contractor took government to court. So we're in a hurricane season. He's talking about people throwing out food boxes, bottle, and all kind of garbage on the side of the road out of their vehicles, and you know, this clogged drains, etc., etc. So I asked him, when would this, you know, cleanup begin? When are you going to clear the trenches? When the districts are going to be cleaned up? And I asked him about the court case that was filed. Lo and behold, he's telling me that there are 20 court cases filed against the Ministry of Romy. 20. So they are now going to be discussing this and see which is important and which is not important. I don't know if the importance to them matters or if it's representing the country that matters. But bear in mind, these are the people that tell us the country bankrupt. So we got to see how much money they're going to pay in legal fees and how much money they're going to have to pay people that probably won their court cases against government. So that's another development that I got out of the press briefing today. Another thing is, I asked about the COLA payment, and this is directly for teachers that are working for government subsidized school boards. For example, it's a Martin Academy, St. Dominic. Those schools, the MAC teachers that are working for these government subsidized schools, that did not receive their 1% COLA in December, even though it was paid out to public school teachers here on the, by government. The minister is saying, listen, that's the only question. I said, listen, I understand that you don't know what's going on with GB, you don't want to answer what's going on with GB, but since this government took office, the Minister of Romy was here on the island, being part of all the meetings and updated as to what's going on. So as a former civil servant, and he is aware of this situation, he said, yes, the problem is these school boards are the ones who are supposed to pay these teachers the COLA 1%. Because they receive a lump sum amount of money as subsidy, and they have to then decide how they're going to spread the money. What the minister couldn't tell me is if these school boards received extra money to be able to cover the 1% COLA payment. And that, I couldn't get an answer for it as yet. I'm hoping that he said he's going to give an answer. If you're giving me 500,000 guilders, and this is a stupid figure, but 500,000 guilders to do everything, pay salary, pay this, pay that, for the whole school year. And then now you have a 3% COLA, because 1% was paid in December. You have 2% that is still owed and will be paid at some point. And you are saying that these school boards have to take out 3% for the cost of living adjustments without giving them extra money. I do not know how they expect it to be done. And I'm saying, you're telling me, yes, you're going to pay the teachers, public school teachers, you're going to pay public school everybody, this COLA adjustment. But those working for the school boards ain't getting it because the school board have to find a way to pay it because they're getting lump sum money. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound fair whatsoever, at all. What do you know about that?
What BB said.
Well, you reading your phone?
Yeah. No, I just checking some latest mailing. Okay.
Oh, you're looking for Melly?
Yeah. I think that's it. That's it from my part for today. So the new minister takes office now for Romy. So instead of Veronica Janssen, we blame Patrice Gums from now on. So he's not the acting minister; he's the minister. And I guess PFP got back their portfolios that they negotiated in their 2x4 agreement. Still quietness of silence from the future of Kevin Mingret. I know some people were asking what was going to happen with him, and
what gonna happen with him?
Everybody said, he's just gonna ride out the couple of days, the couple of months that is left, and then I think it would be fair that you start to send out some job applications and or some job offers, because we can't crucify the young man. He been through enough for his political career. So now we're going to hire him.
We're going to put him as a driver or a policy advisor? Which one?
He could drive for SM News.
Not for me. I don't hire shithouse crapper. I don't hire them. Understand? You don't understand that bunch of shithouse crapper here jumping around to get on political slate. But the best thing I heard a voice note, Andrew, about, we're looking for candidates, So,
people,
I am going to be a candidate.
They're looking for Guyanese.
They're looking for Guyanese.
They're looking for Haitians.
They're looking for Haitian. They're looking for Spanish. But the political party tell me that's pure SHIT, okay? Don't believe what you heard. Somebody make a voice note just to harass the people.
Understand something, This political season, there is going to be a lot of, things that are flying up. You gotta see which one, what going to stick. And if I take this phone right now, and I have quite a number of people on my broadcast list, and I record it, and I say, hey, BB, don't tell nobody now, but I hear that DP looking for some Chinese, they're looking for some Indians, they're looking for some Arabs, and they want to know who they're going to replace Sarah with. And then it's sent out to 3,000 people. What do you think will happen? Even though they know I a joker, or maybe you don't even know the voice, people hear it, they're like, oh shit, yeah, And the first thing you do is forward. That's why the thing has forward many times, because they're like, oh my Jesus Christ, how much more you forward you gonna do? You don't even know whether it's sure, whether it's true, whether it's fractional. You don't call nobody. You don't check with them and say, hey, listen, what's going on there? But no, instead, you like, boy, you hear what happened, boy, National Alliance? Come on. We know the voices of the National Alliance. We know the voices of the National Alliance.
And that for sure isn't one of them.
That is not one of them. And if it is,
Hooray to you. You're going to send out a voice note looking for Anthony. Anthony, I'm thinking about you.
listen, they better get that Anthony to run for the next election, because everybody gonna go like, oh, that's the Anthony guy it is. He guy it is.
Hey,
Oh.
I wake up with a good laugh this morning when I heard that. I even sent it to some of my Guyanese people and tell them, hey, there's job offers. You guys could go. Maybe they're not finding enough shit out scrappo to jump around from here to there and the other way. So, hey, you know, maybe they're looking for people now to apply.
Oh, you get Mac, man. Mac ready to go.
Which Mac?
Mac soon.
Yeah?
He will be good.
You're crazy. Why the politicians shit themselves? You're crazy. Because Maxud is the one who does get them the money. They go by he's the money every election. So if imagine Maxud go there, you say, I got finance my own campaign, I go to hell.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That would be trouble.
He would get a cussing that he never had before.
Ay.
But Mac is not interested in politics in St. Martin. The man is a businessman. He's focused on his business and have no time for politics at the moment. So yeah. You all are safe.
We leave politics to
Where it is.
to the you know
what?
the failed businessman.
They arrested the shooter of, I think it's the Middle Region shooting that they had there.
Yeah.
And someone was
It
arrested
was pretty
for that.
obvious, yes.
Yeah.
And also, are you don't read the Bible? I see a story whereby a daughter and a mother were fighting in town in Back Street.
In a store.
In a store. Are you don't got no type of sense anymore? What going on with are you?
You the fight with your mother?
You crew! You see how I shake there? And I 37.
Because you still a get some stick like.
Fight? Mother in the same sentence?
And you cannot even.
I can't raise my voice. When I raise my voice a little bit too hard, she'll be like, sorry? No, what I'm saying is, no, what I'm saying is, you're misconstruing everything. What I'm saying is, no.
I gotta get your mother phone number when you start to act up.
No, I don't cuss no, but no, you don't. You don't do it. But honestly, like, I don't like the fact that we become like a community whereby that ends up being a story, like a daughter and a mom fighting. And I know it happens all over, but it's a little bit unheard of in St. Martin because it has ended up being the mother killing the daughter.
Yeah.
That would have been the story, because nobody gonna put their hands on me if I bring it into this world. So, parents.
Nowadays, let us put our hands on father and mother.
But that's why I'm here too.
That's what's going on.
Even up to the, you know the fellow? That get the police officer that you remember the fight in Back Street with the police officer, that guy. You know, he was held for questioning after the incident. You know why?
Why?
He beat up his father.
Oh, good, nice. He didn't beat up the police.
No, the police beat him.
Yes.
And everybody went after the police. Oh, look at the young man. He's so calm. He's so normal. What's going on with all you?
No. You can't justify it.
No, I ain't justifying it. I'm just saying it was looking horrible and it was bad. But then afterwards, when they end up being a domestic situation again, you're thinking, okay, man, maybe the father end up beating the boy. No. The boy beat up the father.
He ain't taking a lick twice.
He ain't take the licks twice.
He ain't taking no licking twice.
So I don't know. I think we need to get out of that mentality because, yeah, your
We're
parents.
heading down the wrong direction, especially our youths. And we always call them the youths is our future. And I keep saying, no, they are our present. Start dealing with them today. Focus on them today so they're going to be ready for tomorrow.
And Bibi does her part. Because every year she just cook for some people.
Well,
Some
even
youngsters.
you, even you, too.
Even
Even you.
All right.
Anyway, folks, that's it for today. With the updates we've had for you, hopefully I can drag Andrew over here some other day. I don't know which day. I ain't putting no day on him, but as long as the news comes, we are going to bring it to you. That is for sure. If not on SMN News, make sure you see it on Late Night. That's it for now. I'm BB Hodshaw and Andrew Dick. Late Night.
Bye-bye.
At GEBE, we take the safety and quality of your water seriously. Every day, our dedicated sample collectors venture into the field, visiting the places that matter to you: water tanks, school, supermarkets, home, and high-risk areas. Once these samples return to our water quality lab at KB, they embark on a journey that safeguards your well-being. Our dedicated analysts take over, sending these samples to the microbiology and chemistry departments respectively. This is where the magic happens. We test for a range of parameters, and we do this every single day, no matter what, including holidays and weekends. In our microbiology department, we focus on two major tests targeting various bacteria. Confirmation tests are conducted, and we have plans in place in case the results are confirmed. And then we do it all over again, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Rain or shine, your water safety never takes a day off. So when you turn on the tap and enjoy a glass of GEBE's water, you can do so with confidence. GEBE, the power to serve.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and an exciting new airport mall. Finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport. The experience will move you.
And I'll fall on my knee. Tell me how to wait a bit. Tell me how to wait more. Tell me all that I should know.
Great job, Carl. Thank you. Jeremy, come on up. For the final word in the Spelling Bee Championship, please spell insurance.
Insurance. N-A-G-I-C-O. Insurance.
That's correct. I hope your father can spell Najiko too.
Najiko is insurance. Insurance is Najiko. Flashback.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Okie dokie. Let us begin. A lot is going on the lovely island of St. Martin. Of course, the departure of Member of Parliament, Rolando Bryson, from his first party, which is the USP, United St. Martin Party. Of course, he sent in a resignation letter on Monday, and today everybody is reacting to it. Everybody is calling him different names. But hello, that's what the Late Night is here for, you know, just to make sure that we give you the information that we're hearing. Not the right information, but the information that we're hearing. All right? Let me start off with an important factor that nobody is mentioning at all, which is Member of Parliament Luc Mercelina. He was supposed to also run with the USP. Now, the doctor will be moving with MP Bryson. So it looked like it's a combo punch. You know, it's a 2-for-1. So everybody who is everybody is calling them, and they want to know, are they willing to come over? All right?
Now, Dr. Luke Mercelina is an independent member of parliament. He recently ran with the United Democrats. Now, he will be running under who we don't know yet. Okay, but he's most likely to end up where Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson will go. Now, all indications is showing that Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson and Dr. Luke Mercelina will be going to the National Alliance. Now, before you tell me that I crazy and I don't know what you're talking about, you have to understand that Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson has never been very secretive of the fact that he is friends with Member of Parliament and soon-to-be Minister Atwell Irion, Member of Parliament and soon-to-be Minister Sharon York, also Member of Parliament Christopher Emmanuel, and no, most probably not a minister, but yeah, the friends. So it would make obvious sense that he would move with the National Alliance and go under the leadership of Sylvia Jacobs as the #2 candidate. However, you see that crazy man called Christopher Emmanuel, I doubt he will just move aside and say, hey, Bryson, come, and this is going to be your second election, and even though I had like 6 elections, you could come over and you could be #2, no problem. Especially how he already bitter that he's not leader of the National Alliance. So that's going to be an interesting fit if indeed Luke Mercelina and Rolando Bryson decides to go to the National Alliance. That would be weird. However, we have been getting reports that meetings are ongoing. And I could imagine how a pitch would be pitched to Member of Parliament Luke Mercelina and Rolando Bryson. So this is a segment I call Pitch Me. I like that. All right. The first person we have on the line is, of course, our Honorable Prime Minister by default of this great country, St. Martin, Pastor Wycliffe Smith. Pastor Wycliffe Smith has a pitch for Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson and Dr. Luke Mercelina for them to join the Christian Party. So, without further ado, let us hear from, of course, our Prime Minister, Wycliffe Smith, as to why they should come over to the St. Martin Christian Party.
I'm Prime Minister. I'm Prime Minister. It's the Prime Minister, Wycliffe J. Smith, and allow me first to bless this program and bless those 2 gentlemen, Rolando Bryson and also Dr. Luke Mercelina, who is a great doctor. Let us pray. Please, Lord, allow these 2 gentlemen to come into their home, which is the Christian Party, as we believe that we will have a voice and we could finally get rid of Chacho. I'm Prime Minister. I would like to say to these 2 gentlemen, Andrew, that the Christian Party is the obvious choice because we do absolutely nothing. And we will not stray and go anywhere, and we will always be in their service. Rolando Bryson, you will take Chacho's spot. Chacho, stop it. I'm Prime Minister. I'm Prime Minister. Allow me to give you Chacho's spot, and you will be great there because look at him now. Allow me to also offer Dr. Luke Mercelina the heart of Peter J. If he wants to operate and just do things for fun, we got you. Come to the St. Martin Christian Party because we are the future.
Okay, Pastor Smith, thank you so much, Prime Minister, for joining us on the Late Night Show and pitching. I'm sure they'll take it under consideration. What? Anyway, there is another party also that wanted to pitch. I tell them they could pitch tomorrow, but they were very eager to pitch today. And that is, of course, none other than the United People's Party. Remember that, of Theo Heiliger? Now, Theo Heiliger will not be running for the upcoming elections. However, the de facto leader, Stuart Johnson, yes, our Minister of TIAT, will be making the pitch on behalf of the UP. Because Theo didn't want pitch himself, so he sends Stuart the pitch for him. Okay, Stuart, go ahead.
Hey! Hello, Andrew. Hello. Hello, gentlemen. I'm here, your Minister of TIAT and your leader of the UP. Listen, just come. I want you to come to UP. We're going to make it happen. Look, Kontabay, come. Rolando, we had our differences and I will make sure I deal with you good. Come. I want you to come to UP because you're going to be up all the time. Andrew, you want to come too? Hey! Come to UP. Hey, Krisha.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's the time. That's the time, Ministers Johnson. Thank you so much for pitching on behalf of the United People's Party. I'm sure the members of Parliament will keep you in consideration, right? Dr. Luke Mercelina and Dr. Rolando Bryson, you heard the pitches of the Christian Party and the United People's Party. So now, yeah, you could decide. I'm sure that the other parties tomorrow, on tomorrow's show and the day after, will come with their own pitch, and it will be very good. Okay, so everybody wants to know what's going to happen with the United St. Martin Party now, the USP. Franz Richardson is still the leader, was always the leader of the USP. Romain Laville, he was very vocal back in the day with the USP. I'm sure that Uncle Franz might give him a call and ask him to take the leadership. So, there's also some other names that can surface from within the party. You have your Lyndon Lewis. He's also a member. Viola said that she will not be, Viola Pantaflet, she will not be participating in this election. So she's out. Is there anybody else? Listen, basically there's 3 more weeks to go until postulation. So a lot can happen in a short while. You know, that's one thing that always happens in St. Martin politics, is that you never count the horse out until the horse is completely dead. And USP doesn't look like they're just going to, you know, take the L and just go like, okay, we lost and we're not going to postulate ourselves. Contrary to that, I'm sure that they'll come with a list nevertheless. However, as far as Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson and Dr. Luke Mercelina is concerned, they're still looking for a party. They haven't made up their mind yet. I see a bunch of people have a bunch of assumptions every single where. Take it easy. Okay, it's just the first day that he is basically on the market and he is looking to date and he's looking to get to know a potential partner. And right now, that is exactly what he's doing. So he doesn't have a party yet. And I'm getting a lot of questions from people on, is he a ship jumper? Did he destabilize government? What's going to happen with the Storm 9? All kind of thing. And let me just say it here, okay? He has decided to go from one party to the next party. So he resigned before elections, not after the elections when he was elected, if he was elected under the USP, and then he just goes independent right after. Now that would be considered ship jumping. But if he does it before, it's just going from one party to the next. Has he destabilized government? No, because clearly in his press release, it states that he still supports the Storm 9 and the incoming government. He's just going to support it as an independent member of this coalition because he's still a member of Parliament now. Why is something like this always happening to St. Martin? Because there's something called free will. If somebody doesn't want to participate in a particular political party, they can go to another party or start their own. They can do that. So instead of us trying to judge everybody and throw everybody in one box and say, oh, you know, all these politicians, they're jumping from one place to another. Imagine if he had stayed and he was unhappy and he would just be doing things on his own. And then we would be the first one to say, hey, why you didn't come out and tell us that they had problems or that you had a problem? He come out now. I'm critical of everyone, so I'm not going to defend MP Bryson because he can defend himself, his short self. But at the end of the day, every single candidate from the 9 political parties who can contest the upcoming January elections, listen very carefully. If you are not comfortable at the party where you're at, move. If nobody else wants to take you, don't run. We have to stop with political allegiance and just go with St. Martin allegiance. Because at the end of the day, it's if you're comfortable so that you can represent us in the way you're supposed to represent us. We don't want to hear no Nancy story after you get elected, how you don't like your leader and how he never supported you. None of that. From now on, pick a leader that you think you can follow and stick with him through thick and thin. How about that? If you think you can't do that, resign now. So candidates, you have 3 weeks until postulation day. Yeah? Good. Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. USB. Anyway, Late Night Show. Let me begin.